Hi everyone, this is Steve Davis, the CEO of Operto. Today we're going to be learning about guest applications. In this video, we're going to be covering some tips and tricks for implementing a guest application, but also some best practices around how you want to set it up, because setup is actually the most important thing. So when you're setting up your guest application for your short-term rental, it's really important to think of it as a full guest journey. So what are those parts you want to be covering? You want to be covering the booking confirmation, the guest verification. What are you going to do with upsells and cross-sells while the guest is staying with you? How are you digitally checking in your guest? What are you doing to communicate with them in stay? And then finally, what is the process for checkout? Cleaning and maintenance is really, really important. You need to look at your guest application as essentially a guidebook. You're trying to provide information for your guest on how to access the property, what are the things they want to be looking for, what are the amazing things that they can be doing while they're staying with you. You can also be using AI to generate a lot of this content because it can be very time consuming. So make sure you've got great content in your guidebook, because at the end of the day, the better the content, the more valuable it will be for your guest. Upsells are a crazy important way to drive value, not only for your business, but also for your guests. Guests really want to know things that they can be purchasing while they're staying with you, and also what are the great things around the property that they should be looking into when they're staying with you. You can be downloading templates for upsells from programs like DAC or Operto, and we can save you a lot of time and effort in setting all that up. If you want a free, complete upsell checklist, check it out right here. When you're building a great guest app, you want to make sure that you're in control of branding and access. Ensure that the application is white labeled and reflects your brand, because you want to be putting your best foot forward. Also, make sure it allows for access levels for team members, because not everyone should have the same level of access. And staff, make sure you're considering this as well. One of the best features about a great guest application is how it can automate a lot of the messaging that happens on a day-to-day basis with your customers. Those predictable messages are amazing value adds for your customers. Things like booking confirmations, pre-arrival recommendation, welcome notes and upsell offers, and just generally preparing the guests to stay at your property. Communication is so critical for an amazing 5-star guest stay. Guest applications can be an amazing tool for driving a level of personalization into the guest experience. By leveraging guest data, you can be tailoring not only your communication, but also the services and upsells and cross-sells that you're offering them while they're staying with you. You need to remember that every guest is unique. Guests are not simply a reservation number, and guests want to make sure that they feel welcome and they feel like they're unique and that you're really catering to their needs. As a property manager, you know better than anyone else that the short-term rental market is changing from day to day. Guest expectations are on the rise. The bar is rising. And what are we doing as property managers to make sure we're meeting those guests where they are? Guest applications are a great place to start. They allow you to enhance communication between you and the guest and make sure that the pre-arrival, in-stay, and post-stay experiences are amazing. Not only that, but it allows you to streamline a lot of the day-to-day operations that you find mundane and allow you to get back into operating your business and not dealing with a lot of these things that trickle in on a day-to-day basis. Lastly, it's really important that you make sure your guest feels like they're more than a reservation number, that you can personalize their stay, that they feel like they're a unique guest on your property and that they feel welcome. So get out there, good luck, and it's been great seeing you today.